Another says, Doc White is by far the best teacher I've had in my years in school. He is a great role model and will help you become the best teacher possible. He's very easy to understand and also understanding. He treats his students like his kids. The last one, it says, he's the best. Seriously, he deserves all the awards he gets. Well, Jean, you're going to put another award up on the mark tonight. And so would you please come forward so I can pin the Elmer B. Cottrell pin on your lapel and also give you the Joy of Effort Award.
Thank you. Thank you. The one of the ratings that Margie probably didn't read is Doc gives us our money's worth with his talking, and he can do that quite well. So I have a little bit that I would like to share with you tonight. I wish I had Colleen's speech, because she said thank you to all the right people and all of the people, and I hope that comes through in what I have to say to you tonight. First of all, I wonder sometimes whether Dr. Cottrell really knows who is winning his award. Again, thank you for it is an honor, and to stand here and be a part of this Pennsylvania State AHPERD family. Thank you for this recognition. I think sometimes when I sat in an audience and went to an awards banquet, I know as a young person, young man, because this is, having joined PSAHPERD is when any of this recognition really has begun. But I'd sit and wonder, like, wow, you know, this guy must have always been involved in PSAHPERD and always been a leader, because, you know, look, he's up there getting this award now, so he must have always been like that in his life. Well, let's take a look. I don't know that I was born for this day, but as a young guy, I always loved playing. I loved sports. So maybe I was supposed to be a physical education teacher. There's some funny things here, Tom and Chris and Judy. You might want to move to a spot where I hope you could see this. I always did look good in shorts, and still today my wife tells me I look good in shorts, but the longer they are, probably the better. I don't notice that it's a rocking chair, so I think a lot of physical educators, dancers, people that are involved with recreation and health don't like to sit still, so I couldn't sit in a chair that was 4 legs on the floor. I had to have a rocking chair even then. So maybe it happened in high school. You know, were you on high school student council? Nah, wasn't on student council. National Honor Society then, because you're really smart. In fact, one of the evaluations said, Doc White, yeah, really smart, really witty. Nah. We had 4 tracks at our school. And unfortunately at our school was pride to be in 3rd and 4th track, so I was quite a proud high school student to be in 3rd track most of the time. College, well, because my dad and mom told me I was going to college. And I just realized the other day, writing this, putting this together, my mom said, you know, you might want to be a dentist. You have an uncle who's a dentist. And I thought just the other day, now this is 30, 40 years ago, my mom only had a sister, and my dad didn't have a brother or sister, so I don't know who the hell this uncle was that was a dentist. Guess she just wanted a son that was a doctor. But she is getting to see a doctor. I'll tell you what, Colleen mentioned connections. Split Rock Lodge, my mom and dad came here for their honeymoon in 1951. I wasn't born 9 months later, so that's I wasn't, one of those kids. But why college? My buddy told me, he said, Gene, you were all Catholic in Philadelphia playing soccer and all, right? I said, yeah. He said, well, you're going to go to college? I said, yeah, I guess. He said, what are you going to take? I said, I don't know. He said, well, why don't you go to Westchester, play sports and stuff, get into phys ed. There's 4 girls to every guy. You see that young lady there? That's the same young lady sitting here. We've been going together since my 16th birthday, so she don't like to hear that 4 girls. She don't like to hear the part about 4 girls to every guy, and that wasn't the reason I went there. Just makes the story better. So it happened in college then. I'm a big guy for, get involved, trying to have our students here, health and phys ed majors club, be a part of it, be a professional. Nah, I was there to play soccer. Phys ed was a byproduct of what I wanted to do and what I had to do in order to play soccer. Was I getting involved? I have some great kids at ESU that helped me with a program for at-risk kids, a camp for kids with autism. So you'd have thought I was doing that in college. Nah. Captain of the soccer team? Yeah, I made captain of the soccer team. That was pretty good. Being a clown? Well, let's see. And PSAHPERD? I have friends here that went to Westchester and say that the professors told us about PSAHPERD. Even took their students to convention like you guys. I must have been practicing or something because I wasn't there. I was a clown, even as the captain of the soccer team. This is out near Uland in Lancaster somewhere. We played Millersville and the bus broke down on the way back. We did have to dress sharp to go to the game, so you can see that I looked pretty good back then. So when did all this professional stuff begin in my life? When did I start to feel the love, the life, the learning? That was the theme for my couple presidential runs for EDA and as well as Pennsylvania. So when did it start? First job, 1975. Was working as a waiter. Went back to Westchester helping to coach the soccer team. My buddy said, Gene, you want a job? Yeah. He said, special ed. I said, I don't care. He said, it's $5,400 a year. I said, I'm making $350 a week as a waiter. $5,400? No way. Week later, talked to my wife. Let's go there. We'll get a year's experience, move on to public school, and you'll be set in your ways. Spent 25 years at that school, but I had PSAHPERD on my resume. That's what I thought selfishly. Let me join PSAHPERD because it'll do something for me. It'll help me get that job. So join, get it on the resume. The life's a great one. Handsome gentleman that was, I loved being a professional in my job. I did my job every day. I learned in the job. I worked hard at the job. I felt like I impacted, but I didn't share it with anybody. We kept it among ourselves and worked hard, and I enjoyed the life. But the life also, as older members of PSAHPERD have to understand why it's tough to keep the younger people in the organization, I started a family. I bought a house. So my weekends that I might have gone to those 2 meetings, which turn into a lot more than that, were spent making enough money to support that $5,400 a year teaching job. But I love the teaching, and you'll find it is not about the money. It's about the satisfaction and the value of that job. So I love the life. The learning, I hope that you continue to learn and you continue to get challenged. I tried some different things. I went and got my principal's certificate. I didn't really like dealing with the parents and the faculty. I wanted to stay with the kids. So I have a principal's certificate that I've done nothing with. I even took a year off to go see if I wanted to own that restaurant that I was working at. I guess I was like a little kid, and maybe like many of you that are teachers. September, the school, or I guess, when the first summer came, when I was going to quit, I was going to stop in June. Summer came, no big change in the job because I had been doing that every summer, going to the restaurant and working full time. So that was cool, not a big deal, change from the teaching. September came, This is pretty nice. I'm having a coffee at 8 o'clock in the morning, cook a little eggs, have some toast, get ready for the day in the restaurant. No 8 o'clock class. This is cool. Thanksgiving came. Oh, yeah, 3 or 4 days off. Not in the restaurant business. Oh, I forgot that. Christmas time came. By the time Christmas came, and I figured I'm going to get my time off now. Our family Christmas Eve dinner, I didn't get home till midnight. I said, this restaurant business is not for me. I want to get back to teaching. Luckily, they knew I'd probably be back. They saved my job. I was able to go back to the same school. Went and got a doctorate. This is the book that Colleen talked about. Marianne Torbert wrote a book called Follow Me. My name is in there. I didn't co-write the book, but I did study with her, and I wanted to share that with Colleen. But after now getting the doctorate, I need a PSAHPERD again. What can they do for me? I want to get that college job. Let me, I want to move on a little bit, move up, have a new challenge. So join PSAHPERD again. Get it on your resume. That'll really mean something. Well, I really knew that it meant something, but I didn't know how much it meant. But it was 15 or 20 years, I think, too late that I finally understood what PSAHPERD was about. I feel like I want to say it now. As somebody who loved Kennedy, being a good Irish Catholic boy, loving his saying about ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That's what I challenge you to ask about PSAHPERD. Don't wonder what it's going to do for you. Don't just have it be a line on your resume. Step out, get involved in this organization, and you'll feel the family that PSAHPERD is for so many people who say it and so many people that mean it. This is a tremendous place to live your life. You will continue to learn. And you'll feel like every time you come to a PSAHPERD meeting or a convention, you're going to see your brothers and sisters that you haven't seen for a while. It's just unbelievable. So let's do something for and with PSAHPERD this time, Whitey. Let's go to Vision Quest. Let's Google Linda Huber. Now, these are 3 things that came up when I Googled Linda Huber's name. I wonder if this is her high school graduation picture. I don't know. I do know she has a tremendous love of animals, and she brings that as another part of her life. But this lady right here is who I really need to thank, because she said, yeah, you can come to Vision Quest. And she met me at the door as I walked in. Still looking for what was PSAHPERD going to do for me. I would like to congratulate Linda again as many times. It shouldn't be enough for your 30 years with us, and thank you. And I'd also like to thank your husband, Rick, for sharing you with us for 30 years. And I'd like all of you that are members of AHPERD to think about thanking your partners in life for the time that they give up with you to let you come and be a part of this family in PSAHPERD. Walked in the door, took me by the hand, introduced me to these 2 ladies, Judy Conroy and Eileen Bender, both past presidents of PSAHPERD, both past Cottrell winners, 2 ladies that I owed a lot to because they said, come on and sit with us. We're with the Adapted Activities Committee. Watch us this year. Next year you can be the chair. And that's the way that you get involved. I love the job, but these are 2 people that I would really especially also like to thank. You can stand up here and you can see I'm long-winded. Imagine if I started to thank everybody that's impacted my life. Let me just first of all talk about Ricky and Lou and Spud and Doris and John and Rick and Caroline and Sue and Beth and Kelly and Margie and Kim and Fran and Rick and Colleen and Ray and Randy. If your name is in that book and it's been in there since 1999 when I started, thank you, because I'm sure we've done something together. This is the directory for PSAHPERD. I don't want to miss somebody. Dave, thank you. I appreciate it. So I want to find out what I can do for PSAHPERD. Thanks to lifelong friends that you're going to make in an organization like this. These are the people that make this go. These are John and Dave and Linda winning their awards up at EDA last year, and some other folks that are part of my life here in PSAHPERD. I'd like to thank the kids at Wordsworth Academy, special ed school, state-approved private school. I hated older kids. I thought they'd tear me apart. Took an elementary emphasis in my work. First job, secondary school, kids with emotional issues and behavior problems. Loved it, loved it. I guess I just knew it had to be my job, but they've taught me so much about being who I am and how I want to work with the students and what's really important. I'd like to thank my East Stroudsburg University students and professors that I work with there and that I've had the pleasure to work with. Thanks for teaching me that health and phys ed, recreation and dance, they're life. I know we're driven by PSSAs, and I guess I'm going over my 10 minutes, but this is my night, so please let me finish the program. Health, phys ed, recreation, and dance, they are life. I have a PhD. I've never had trigonometry, never had calc, never had pre-calc, never needed it. I learned my multiplication tables when I was being a bartender and a waiter. I learned them real quick there because it was important to me. Health, phys ed, recreation, and dance are what we do to live. So please don't forget that. And I learned that through the students and people that I've had the opportunity to work with. They're our tool to help develop and heal. The kids that I worked with, unfortunately, if we had 80 or 90 kids living in our residential facility, 60, 70% of them have been sexually or physically abused. I learned how health, phys ed, recreation, and dance could change their lives, could heal their lives because of how we teach it. And that's what they taught to me. So I thank them. Being at this convention, to the students, you're years ahead of where I was. I've been here, I don't know, I tried to figure out this morning at the past president's breakfast, maybe 21 years of my teaching career involved with PSAHPERD. Not many, a lot of them being spent with what can they do for me. But there's lots of students, Student Leadership Conference, kids that you saw tonight that were outstanding future professionals. If you think, wow, look at White, let me say, wow, look at you. Because I would never have been where you are tonight. You're the future. You're the people that I'm excited about. Also people that give some time. These are some students of mine, and I've also gone down with John and Linda. Some other folks have gone with us down 5 years now to Hurricane Katrina is what it started with. Going down and helping others. That's what this organization is about. So my challenge to you tonight, don't just think that you teach phys ed. If somebody asks you what you teach, tell them you teach children. And you get to teach it through health and physical education. Help your students say, I can. This is my oldest granddaughter. She's not here tonight, but this is the way, she's one of my gifts that I've been given by my children, and she's going to share these gifts with you. Your challenge is to take care of that gift that I'm sharing with you. And it's very important that you realize somebody loves every child you teach. Whether you can't stand them, you hate them, somebody loves them. And you better treat them that preciously. Help the kids feel great about what they can do. Not just I can. I walk out at gym, I can do it. Pangrazzi spoke the other day about a slanted rope. A challenge for every kid's ability so that they can feel competence and they can feel success. Don't crush their dreams. Okay? Don't crush their dreams. These kids, I don't care if they think they're Michael Jordan or what they think they are, don't crush their dreams. Help them the best you can to be the best that they can be. Again, these are the gifts that have been shared with me, my children, other people's children. They're going to share them with you. Your challenge is to make them feel that they can, and don't crush their dreams, and let them be everything they can be. Do that through constant reflection to bring about learning, not a sense of failure. Your job is not to assess. Your job is to help kids learn. Teach hope, because the real learning that kids can get is learning who they are, learning what they're capable of doing, and that things don't have to stay the way they are. You can change somebody's life. You can, and you will make an impact on their lives. So as much as I want you to make your kids say they can, you say the same thing about yourself. You can in your way, with your strength, with your heart that you bring to teaching. You can do it with your dreams, you can do it with your education, the energy, and your desire. One of you may be the next Elmer B. Cottrell Award winner. Please stay involved. Don't be a statistic that goes away after college because Dr. White or Dr. Cleland made you join PSAHPERD. Stay in it. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what people have said to you tonight about being a part of this organization, being a professional. I want to thank my sister. She was a tough act to follow. You know, I told you I wasn't doing any of that stuff in grade school or high school. Well, she was the May Queen in the May procession at St. Philomena's Parochial School. She's been a great influence on my life and somebody that's been a great role model for me. I want to thank my own kids for the times that they've given me and the times away from them that they've given me, the support that they've given me and the love. I just really appreciate my children. This is not the greatest picture of my wife. Okay, but most of you guys know that you can't find a picture of your wife that they like. So I'm not sharing a picture of hers. I'm sharing a picture that I like because my wife is laughing in this picture. And I love to see my wife laugh. It's a great moment in my life. I had something really nice written there. I've been going off the script. Sorry. It was going to be a good one, Patty, but I think it's just that I want to always make you laugh. I got my doctorate first. You just got yours this past May. That's not because you were behind me or following me. You've been behind me, but you've been behind me because all of our marriage and time together, you've made me aware of what I can be. You never let me not achieve that and be what I can be. And I owe it to you that I'm standing here today because of the things that you helped me change in my life and the person that I've become. So I hope I can always make you laugh, and I know that we can, and together we do. Thanks again, everybody. It's been my pleasure to serve PSAHPERD. It's never been a problem. I thank all of you for being here and being part of this organization, and thank you for this honor. Good night.